How to generate leads for your offers, for your challenges, for your coaching consulting packages using social media. And if you're searching for that, there are only two possible ways for you to start generating leads. And that is exactly what we'll be talking in this video today. So let's get started. Hey, welcome to the channel. It's all about marketing, mindset, and lead gen. Let's get started. Before sharing the two possible ways for generating leads, I'm going to make a couple of assumptions. And the very first one that I'm going to start with is I'm going to assume that you already did your market research, which means that you already have a list of pain points of your customers or a list of questions that your ideal customers are already asking. And based on those questions, you have created an offer that you're going to present towards your customers, potential customers, and you have crafted a message that will help you to attract more of your potential customers towards your way. And this is my very first assumption. And if you do not have this, please take the time to figure this out, because this is so crucial. And the second assumption that I have made is you already have figured out what funnel you're driving the leads to. There are different funnels based on the stage of the business. It can be a lead generation funnel where you're actually giving them a PDF or a value-based content or a video. Doesn't matter what that is, you are giving them something in value for acquiring leads, for building your email list. That is the very first thing. And or it can be a webinar funnel, like a masterclass funnel, a challenge funnel, where you're actually solving one of the biggest problems that your customers are facing from the list of challenges that you already have figured out. And you're solving one or two or three biggest problems, and you're then offering them a solution. That can be a challenge funnel or webinar funnel. Or if you are in the coaching business, consulting business, or a service-based business, you are taking in applications where you are scheduling a call with the prospect and then jumping on a call with them and pitching your product or service, or coaching business, consulting business, whatever that is for you. Okay, I'm going to assume that you already have figured out this path. And if you did not, after figuring out your research, after you're done with the market research, after you're done with your offer messaging, then I want you to figure out what funnel you are going to use. Once you have this, let's move on to the two ways that you're going to generate leads for your business. And the two ways are you either generate leads organically, or you generate leads through paid ads, which means that you either spend time to acquire a lead, or you either spend money to acquire a lead. And I had a privilege going to FHL this year, Funnel Hacking Live, one of the best events that I've ever attended. And most of the speakers in the event were referring back to this one statement by Mr. Dan Kennedy. And the statement on the quote goes like this: like, the person who spends the most to acquire a customer wins the business. It doesn't matter if it is time or money. The person who spends the most to acquire a customer wins the business. So you either spend time or you either spend money. In fact, let's talk about leveraging money to generate leads for your business. And there are only two possible outcomes in this scenario. You're either running ads by yourself for your own business, for your own funnels, or you're leveraging someone else. And if you're running ads by yourself for your business, for your funnels to generate leads, it's a heck of a lot of work. How do I know? Because I have been doing it for myself. Like, I have been venturing into the YouTube ads journey by myself. I'm doing it for the sake that I have some time and I do not know how to spend it. So I'm spending my time to learn a new skill, which I'll be actually outsourcing in the very near future. But if you do not have the time, you can actually leverage someone else who is more expert, who is more experienced than you are, who you believe that is going to actually generate the results that you really wanted for your funnels, or which you really wanted for your business. You can actually outsource it to them so that you can actually focus on delivering the results. Okay, so these are the only two possible outcomes. And when you're actually generating leads, like when you're actually generating leads through paid ads, the one thing that you need to realize is that you are generating leads right now for your business. Let's suppose if the ad are kind of blocked, you no longer do have the access to those leads or generating more leads in your business, which means that you're completely focused. Your business is completely revolving around the paid ad zone, which is not a cool thing, because I did not know. That is exactly what has happened to me. I was perfectly running my paid ads on Facebook. For some odd reason, my Facebook ad account is completely gone. It's like permanently deactivated, and it's not completely that I'm cool with. That's the reason I switched from Facebook ads to YouTube ads, because my account is still active there. But I do not want to have my whole business revolving around YouTube ads. And at the same time, what you're seeing right now is something that I'm actually going to talk in a very quick second, because this is something that I'm leveraging time, and also I'm leveraging ads to generate leads for both the scenarios. Okay. So that is the very first zone where you're actually spending money to generate leads for your business through paid ads. It can be on YouTube, it can be on Instagram, it can be on Facebook. It doesn't matter what platform it is. Either you're doing it by yourself or you're leveraging someone else to do it for you. Okay. And the one thing that I want you to really understand from this is that whenever you're running paid ads, it means that you're running ads, you're running the campaign to generate leads right now, not the future, right now, because there is something that you can actually do to generate leads for the future. And that is exactly what we'll be moving towards, where you're actually leveraging your time to generate leads for your business. Now, what do I mean by leveraging time to generate more leads in your business? So if you're like me, a couple of years back, I do not have the reserve funds like 500, 600,000, 10,000 bucks lying around in my bank account to actually go ahead and invest in ads to accelerate my business. And that was not the scenario for me. If you're like me, like I get you completely. And quickly, a couple of years back, I had to realize that you have to either spend time to grow your business or acquire revenue to accelerate to spend in ads, or you have to spend directly in ads. These are the only two possible outcomes for you to actually grow your business. And the one thing that I want you to understand is that there are two possible scenarios when you're actually spending time as well to generate leads. The first scenario is when you're spending time, you are spending time to generate leads down the lane. And the second scenario is where you're actually spending time to generate leads right now. Okay. For example, the very first one where I'm actually spending time to generate leads down the line, this video is an example where I'm actually spending time to create videos like this so that I can actually generate leads down the line, not right now. Okay. And the second scenario where I was actually jumping a couple of weeks back or a couple of months back, I was jumping on a discovery calls, like one-on-one basis, qualifying the lead to understand if they're actually qualified to work with me, like for my coaching, consulting, or service-based business. This can be a scenario where you're actually jumping on a call with them and qualifying them on a one-on-one basis, where you're actually generating leads like right now. And the other tip that I wanted to share with you is if you do not have access to reserve funds and you do not have the expertise of doing stuff for you, like if you do not have the expertise of building the funnels for yourself, what you can actually do is like leverage others' experience and say that, hey, when you do this for me, I'm going to drive traffic towards this, organically, paid, doesn't matter, whatever that is. I'm actually drive traffic towards this, and whenever I get paid by leveraging the funnel that you have built for me, I'm actually going to pay you a fraction of it, like 30%, 40%, 50% based on your negotiation skills. Pay them the amount, saying that, hey, you do this for me, when I get paid, I pay you back. That is one direction that you can actually do as well when you're spending time. So if you're wondering, like, what should you be doing right now for your scenario, there are three possible scenarios here again. Like, you have money, but you do not have the time. So in this scenario, what you can actually do is like you can actually hire someone or automate the stuff, some part of your business, so that you can actually get your time back. So that is scenario one. And if you're on the second scenario where you're actually having time but no money, so the one thing that you can actually do is like do activities to generate leads right now. It can be having conversations on one-on-one basis and make that sale so that you can get the revenue and use it for paid ads to generate more sales, to accelerate your growth in your business. That is scenario two. And scenario three is where you have already the money and you already have time. So in this scenario, it's quite interesting. This is something that I've learned from Alex Hormozi, watching one of his videos. This is something that I interpret it as. So if you got money, leverage the money right now to buy the future time. This is how I interpret it. Like, let's suppose if you have the time, money and time, and your business is completely automated, in this scenario, what you can actually do is like use that money coming in from a business one and acquire business two. And by doing that, you can actually have more access to the time down the future, right? Not right now, for the same reason that you have acquired just a business and you need to work on it. Completely cool. When you are having multiple streams of revenue coming in from different businesses, different industries, completely cool as well. Now you have access to your future time as well. So yeah, these are the three possible scenarios. And let me know down in the comments below, like, what is it that you're using? Are you going to use organic or paid? Like, are you going to spend time to acquire the customers for your generating leads for your business? Or are you spending money to generate leads for your business? What is it, that one thing that you will be doing right now? Comment down in below. And if you liked and resonated with this video, like and subscribe the video so that you will be notified whenever a video such comes out. Cool. Hey, the video is not done yet. I've got a gift for you. If you're looking to generate more qualified leads in your business and actually without having to spend your own money on advertising, then I would love for you to join me in the masterclass. Go to fillthepipeline.com/masterclass, where you can actually join and where I'll be actually teaching you my Fill the Pipeline system, which will actually show you on how you can actually why you should not actually spend your own money on advertising in the very first place. So cool. See you in the masterclass.